Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be reviewing Transformers Age of the Primes, Solus Prime. Now she is one of the 13 primes and one of the first of this line, so I'm very excited to open this. Right off the bat, I'm going to start by saying the color scheme is pretty cool. I always love purple, and she only comes with one accessory, which is her hammer, the Forge of Solus Prime, which is pretty cool, and it appears in Transformers Prime. Alright, so for articulation, pretty standard stuff, 90 degrees on the knees, 90 degrees on the arms, head can move a little bit, not the worst. Instructions themselves, not too bad. They're short and, well, you're going to see soon, but the last couple steps of this is a huge pain in my bum. Hammer itself is pretty simple to assemble. You have the hilt, and then you do have to put it in the hand before you put on the top of it, which is a little annoying, but it works, and it looks relatively decent too. Some decent posing because you can still tilt the wrist, which is nice. But to take it off, it can get a little annoying sometimes. And then as for storage, there is a little peg on the side of it that you can take out, and then you can pin it on the very back of Solus Prime. It works. It's a little hard to see because of the huge skirt, but I like it. Anyways, let's go ahead and transform Solus Prime. So we're going to start by opening up the back piece and then sliding the head inside there to hide it. Then next up, we're going to start to hide the wrists and the hands just by opening up the forearm and then sliding that back in. And we're going to move the shoulders to allow us to start moving the arms. Next, we're going to rotate the skirt like this just in order to create sort of the back of the truck. And then we're going to 180 degrees rotate the legs, open up the tires so we can hide the heel, and then we can close it back up. Same thing on the other side. After that, we're going to rotate the heel one more time, and then we can start folding the leg in on itself, and it will snap into place. There is a spot that part of the foot will peg into in the back of the leg. And to finish up the legs, we're just going to connect them together, which can sort of pull things apart, so just straighten everything out. Then we're going to start folding the arms towards the chest, and this is where things start getting a little complicated. The goal is to swing the shoulder pads all the way upwards after opening these little pieces here, and then it will form the front bumper of the car/truck. Now the issue that I have with this is that there's nowhere we can really peg things in. So it's just a matter of trying to make sure everything lines up and then things fighting back against you, and eventually through fiddling it in, it just kind of works. I've tried transforming this 5 different times before recording, and it's annoying to say the least. It really affected my view of this figure. But once that is all lined up properly, you can bring the hood of the car down on to sort of lock the shoulder pads in place, but that also risks the chance of unsnapping the rest of the arm. Now, close to the wrist of the arm, you can put it into the legs, but again, the shoulder pads is the main issue. Anyways, once you snap everything forward with the hood, it will look like this. Nothing too satisfying, unfortunately. And there's the truck. There is a little bit of a weapon storage. It doesn't look the best, but it is convenient, so I'll give it bonus points for that. Overall, though, I do think that that last step really ruins things. Anyways, let's go ahead and transform back because it'll be 10 times easier. So first, untab the arms from the body, and then you can open up the hood. And then it's super easy to just get those shoulder pads out of there and expand the hand out, close the forearms, and then you can start folding the arms back as well. As for the legs, it's just a matter of just unfolding everything, taking out the heel, and then twisting the lower body 180 degrees, making sure that the skirt is as intended, and we're pretty much already almost there. So now, yep, we'll take the head out by squeezing it through from the hood, which is also another complaint I have. The hood doesn't really have much range of motion. Don't forget to close your little shoulder pads. The pieces do pop out, which is a little unfortunate sometimes. And that's pretty much it. You can straighten out the arms and the shoulder pads. And you do have to fiddle a little bit with the back piece, and then you can pop that head out. And there is the figure. It took about 1 minute to turn back into into robot form. Overall, I would say this is pretty underwhelming for a Prime, especially. Honestly, I would give it like a 6 out of 10, maybe a 7. But anyways, thanks for watching.